Hey, this is Kendra with Signing Agent Basics, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you about making the decision to be a part-time or a full-time signing agent. One of the many great things about being a self-employed signing agent is that you can decide how much time you want to dedicate to this business venture. Some people decide to just be part-time signing agents, while other people decide to be full-time signing agents. And whether you choose to be part-time or full-time is totally up to you. But I often get a lot of new signing agents who ask me whether or not I think they should be part-time or full-time. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about some of the pros and cons of being both a part-time and a full-time signing agent, so that hopefully you can figure out what the right move is for you. But before I do that, I got some questions for you guys. Are you a part-time signing agent or are you a full-time signing agent? If you're full-time, did you go full-time right away, or did you start off as a part-time signing agent and then become full-time later? And if that's the case, how did you decide when was the right time to go from being part-time to full-time? Go down into the comment section, guys, right now and let me know. And of course, no matter what, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Now, again, guys, before I go into the pros and cons of being part-time and full-time, I want to remind you that the decision to be part-time or full-time is totally up to you. Everyone's family situation, income situation, business situation is totally different. There is no one right answer to this question. The right thing to do is the right thing for you. So as I give the pros and cons of being part-time and full-time, you can decide which way seems like the best way for you and go that route. It doesn't matter what anyone else says. It is totally up to you to run your business in the way that works best for you and your family. All right, guys, so with that being said, let's start off with the pros of being a part-time signing agent. So the first pro of being a part-time signing agent is you can kind of test out this whole signing agent thing in a way that's a little bit safer for you. For many people, being self-employed and being a signing agent is something that is totally new and unfamiliar for them. A lot of people may feel uncomfortable just jumping in and being a full-time self-employed person and a full-time signing agent right off the bat. Now, you don't have to do that. You can be a part-time signing agent first. You can take some assignments in the mornings, in the evenings, on the weekends, or whenever you have free time to decide if being a signing agent is the right thing for you. Again, there is no requirement to be full-time from the very beginning. A lot of successful signing agents started off as part-time and then moved on to full-time when it seemed right for them. And along those same lines, there are plenty of part-time signing agents who've made the decision to never go full-time and only do loan signings on a part-time basis. And again, there is nothing wrong with that if that is the best option for you. The next pro to being a part-time signing agent is you will still have money coming in if you have another job. Now, obviously, one of the scariest things for a lot of people when they become a full-time self-employed person and a full-time signing agent is the realization that they no longer have their paycheck coming in from their regular job. But if you make the decision to be a part-time signing agent first, to work around the hours of your regular job, then you still have the security of the income from your other job while you are getting your signing agent business set up and running. And for a lot of people, doing it this way makes a lot of sense. And the third pro to being a part-time signing agent is if you have health insurance through your regular job, then you'll still have health insurance. One of the things that you'll have to do as a self-employed person is get your own health insurance. But if you still have your regular job and health insurance is offered through that job, then you will be able to keep your health insurance benefits while you are working as a part-time signing agent. Now, while there are pros to being a part-time signing agent, of course, there are cons as well. One of the cons of being a part-time signing agent is that you may end up working very long days. If you already work a regular job with an 8-hour day and then you do signings before or after your regular job, you're putting in extra hours on top of the 8 that you've already worked. So being a part-time signing agent with another regular job could mean really long working hours. The next con to being a part-time signing agent is that you're going to have to turn down quite a few signing requests. Obviously, if you have a regular job, especially one where your working hours are not flexible, you're going to have to turn down signing requests that you receive from companies for signings during your regular working hours. And some companies, if they see you turning down their requests too often, may decide to not contact you as often for signing requests. And the last con about being a part-time signing agent is that it may be more difficult than you think to determine if or when you should go full-time. Some people who are part-time signing agents look at the number of requests that they receive from signing companies to help them determine when they should go full-time. So, for example, if they receive 15 requests during the times that they're not able to do signings, they may think to themselves, well, there's plenty of business out there for me. I need to quit and go full time so that I can do those signings. But the thing to remember when you see requests coming through platforms such as SnapDocs, those requests go out to a lot of signing agents. And just because you are seeing that request doesn't mean that the request would get assigned to you. So with that in mind, it may be a little more difficult than you think to determine whether or not there is enough demand out there for you to go from being a part-time signing agent to being a full-time signing agent. Okay, so those were just some of the pros and cons about being a part-time signing agent. Now, we're going to talk about being a full-time signing agent because, again, guys, there are both pros and cons to being a full-time signing agent. Now, one of the first pros of being a full-time signing agent is that you will be able to dedicate 100% of your time and your energy to making your signing agent business successful. Again, guys, being a signing agent is a business. You can't just sit back and wait for work to come to you. The most successful signing agents spend a lot of their time training, learning more about how to become better, good, excellent, above average signing agents. They also spend a lot of time marketing for direct business. So when you are a full-time signing agent, you can dedicate 100% of your time, your energy, and your focus to those pursuits, which should help you to become a more productive and profitable signing agent, which basically means you'll make more money. So with that being said, the second pro to being a full-time signing agent is that it is extremely possible to make more money as a full-time signing agent than you're making at your regular job. A lot of new signing agents are obviously wondering how much money can you make as a signing agent, and it is absolutely possible, guys, to make 6 figures, $100,000 or more as a full-time signing agent. I've got a video where I talk about and break down the numbers so that you can see just how easy it is to make $100,000 as a signing agent. Make sure you check that video out. I've got a link to that video for you up at the top of the screen. And for a lot of people who are looking to become a signing agent, making that much money means that they'll be making more money as a full-time signing agent than they made at their regular job, which of course is an awesome pro of being a full-time signing agent. But again, guys, even though there are pros to being a full-time signing agent, there are also cons. The first con to being a full-time signing agent is it is do or die. There is no safety net when you decide to become a full-time signing agent. Again, guys, you'll have to put in the work, get the training to learn how to become a good, above average, or excellent signing agent. And then you're also going to have to put in the work to market for higher paying direct business. And at the end of the day, if you don't do any signings, you won't get paid. So again, probably the first con to being a full-time signing agent is it's do or die. The next con to being a full-time signing agent is 100% of your income is coming from your signing agent business. There is no extra money coming in. So unless you have saved up money to help you out in tough times, as a full-time signing agent, 100% of your income is going to be a result of the signings that you do. There's no extra money coming in from another job like it would if you were a part-time signing agent. 100% of your income will come from the signings that you do. So this could definitely be a con of being a full-time signing agent. And the last con of being a full-time signing agent is you will have to get your own health insurance. And for those of you who don't know, health insurance as an individual tends to be considerably more expensive than the health insurance that you would get from your employer if you had a regular job. So people always ask me, what did I do? Was I a part-time signing agent who then became a full-time signing agent, or was I a full-time signing agent from the beginning? And while I had done a few signings, I pretty much jumped in head first and became a full-time signing agent from day one. Now, again, I don't tell people that that's what they should do. You, again, should make the decision yourself about whether you want to be full-time from the start or if you want to start off as a part-time signing agent. But for me, the best decision was to go full-time from the beginning. And a big reason for that is I work well under do or die situations. I'm one of those people that tends to work very well under pressure. And the opposite is also true for me. If it's not a do or die situation, if it's not something that I have to do, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I tend to be a little lazy about things. So because I made the decision to become full-time, because I quit my job and I had absolutely no other income coming in, I basically had no choice but to do everything I could to go out, be successful, and start making money as a signing agent as quickly as possible. Even though it felt a little uncomfortable because I was in that situation, I made sure to sign up with as many signing companies as possible. I made sure to learn as much as I could about how to be a good signing agent so that I would complete signings efficiently and flawlessly. I also learned on the fly how to market for direct business so that I could get paid as much as possible for every signing. Now, again, guys, I'm not saying that's what any of you need to do, but I am saying that I have to admit that quitting my regular job and making the decision to just jump in as a full-time signing agent forced me to be successful. Now, one of the cons that honestly happened to me is I did not have health insurance for the first 2 years that I was a signing agent. Again, like most people, I had no idea how much more expensive individual health insurance was versus the insurance that I was getting from my employer. So when I quit my regular job and then I started looking for quotes for individual health insurance, I realized it was expensive. And while I was making money almost immediately as a signing agent, I didn't have any savings saved up before I became a signing agent, and it takes 30, 60, 90 days sometimes before you start receiving your first checks from contracting companies. So because income was a little tight for me in those first few years, I made the decision to forego having health insurance. Now, again, guys, I don't recommend this for anyone. This is just what personally happened for me in my journey as a signing agent. Now, I will say that I did take a lot of risks as a new signing agent who decided to just go full time from the beginning. But again, guys, everybody's individual situation and circumstance is different. At the time, I was a single person with no children, so I didn't have anybody else depending on me. Because of that, I felt a little bit better about just jumping out and seeing what was going to happen as a full-time signing agent. If you have a significant other or children or other dependents who are relying on you and your income, again, make sure that you think carefully about whether or not you want to be a part-time or a full-time signing agent. I also was a little more comfortable with jumping out and becoming a full-time signing agent because I've always felt like I can get a regular job. At that time, I had been in the mortgage industry for almost 8 years as a loan officer, a processor, and a processing manager. I also had numerous friends who were still in the mortgage and real estate industry. So I also kind of felt like, you know what, if I go out and I decide to become a full-time signing agent and for some reason it doesn't work out, I can always go back and get a regular job in the mortgage industry. Now, luckily for me, that didn't happen. My full-time signing agent business did take off, and 14 years later, it is still the best decision that I ever made. But again, guys, the decision that you make, whether to be part-time or full-time, is totally up to you. So guys, was this video helpful? Do you now have a better idea of whether you should be a part-time signing agent, a full-time signing agent, or if you should be part-time working towards being full-time? If so, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And whether you want to be a part-time signing agent or a full-time signing agent, having good signing agent training will help you reach success faster. So if you want to know how I can help to train you to be a productive and profitable signing agent, be sure to check out my Signing Agent Advanced Training Program and my remote online notarization quick start training program. I've got a link for you up at the top of the screen, and there is also links for you down in the description box. And if you're not already following me on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, make sure that you do that today. Links to all of my socials are down in the description box. And no matter what, make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and then hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every week for my new videos. This is Kendra with Signing Agent Basics, hoping that you have a productive and profitable day.